carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 50, check 50.
Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Todd Gurley, 67 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the double.
Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, pick your game up.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Set. 10 logo.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Get.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 18 on that one, as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Gain of 18 on the play. And the Bills first down.
Let's go now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
X3. 218. Chop.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Squeeze. Ready?
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
That's not good.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 25-yard
Go,
line.
30 base.
Check 53, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking deep downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Come on,
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 52.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Gurley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. Got his man. That's Harry. And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Come on, set. Go to base. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 46 out low. 49. Okay. Push him back. Push him back.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They'll come out in the pistol. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Todd Gurley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you don't
down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Christian, Travis. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
1st down, Bills.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
I'm here all day. Shift! Watch the shift!
Snap.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set, 90, Wolf.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Gurley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, and normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. $12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They run again with Jackson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Joejuan Williams, the rookie Vandy product, there to bat it away.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it with Jackson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
for the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Our defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Catch is made by Harry. A good pickup there at 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Jackson. And he'll find Hall. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Double dog. That's the way. Check three.
On the draw, it's Jackson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. They've got his man complete. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
New England on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. New England on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for the Bills. 41 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now it's Jackson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here we go, D.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.